balanced, too black, too white, too much fancy rhetoric, too few policy details. Obama took the hits and did not waver.
Look, I find it amusing that those who helped to authorize and engineer the biggest foreign policy disaster in our generation are now criticizing me for making sure that we are on the right battlefield and not the wrong battlefield in the war against terrorism.
As the Obama campaign picked up speed, it even found its own battle cry. The first real test came in January 2008, the Iowa caucus. In an overwhelmingly white state, Obama pulled off a stunning upset. There you see it, the Democratic winner Barack Obama decisively beating John Edwards and presumed frontrunner Hillary Clinton.
You came together as Democrats, Republicans, and independents to stand up and say that we are one nation, we are one people, and our time for change has come.
The New Hampshire primary came just 5 days later, and Obama hoped for back-to-back victories, delivering a knockout to Hillary Clinton. But when the votes were counted, Clinton had won decisively, and the polls had been wrong.
A lot of people, Andrea, said that it was going to be a blowout. I was on TV all day, 10, 15 points. We knew that wasn't the case. It's now a one-on-one race. Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama as we go forward. We're excited.
After Iowa and New Hampshire, the Democratic primary campaign would stretch on for months. A grueling battle for delegates and supremacy that would put the newcomer from Illinois to the biggest test of his life.
I am still fired up and ready to go. We've been asked to pause for a reality check. We've been warned against offering the people of this nation false hope.
Barack Obama's Iowa caucus victory put an end to the talk of Hillary Clinton as the inevitable Democratic nominee.
Thank you. Thank you.
But Clinton's win in New Hampshire just 5 days later made clear there was nothing inevitable about Obama either. In fact, the final outcome would not be known for months. The fight was long and hard and at times bitterly contentious.
What I said had nothing to do with their policies. I spent a lifetime fighting against Ronald Reagan's policies.
I did not mention his name.
Your husband did.
Well, I'm here. He's not.
Okay, well, I can't tell who I'm running against sometimes.
I was like, oh my God, like, that's not what he's about. That's not what this is about. It shouldn't be like this. And I just fear it was going to work, against him.
The marathon primary campaign was a testing ground for Barack Obama and an opportunity for voters to get to know him better.
Yes, we can. Thank you, Illinois. I love you.
His strengths soon became apparent. He was smart, confident, focused, and cool under fire. He collected endorsements from top Democrats, including the modern-day heirs to the Camelot era, Caroline Kennedy and her uncle Senator Edward Kennedy.
I feel change in the air. What about you?
But Obama also had his critics. He was attacked for his relationship with Tony Rezko, a Chicago developer and top Obama fundraiser who was subsequently convicted on federal fraud and corruption charges, just as Obama was later attacked for his association with former 60s radical William Ayers. But the biggest controversy erupted over the words uttered by Obama's longtime pastor Jeremiah Wright after video surfaced of some of Wright's incendiary sermons.
No, 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 not God bless America, God damn America.
The Clinton campaign pounced on the videotape.
We don't have a choice when it comes to our relatives. We have a choice when it comes to our pastors.
Reverend Wright stepped down from his position on an Obama campaign religious advisory committee, but the uproar continued and Obama was forced to respond.
Did I strongly disagree with many of his political views? Absolutely. As imperfect as he may be, he has been like family to me. I can no more disown him than I can disown the black community. I can no more disown him than I can disown my white grandmother, a woman who helped raise me, a woman who sacrificed again and again for me, a woman who loves me as much as she loves anything in this world, but a woman who once confessed her fear of black men who passed her by on the street, and who on more than one occasion has uttered racial or ethnic stereotypes that made me cringe.
Obama also used the speech as an opportunity to address the broader issue of race in American life, a risky decision, but one that drew widespread praise.
I'm the son of a black man from Kenya and a white woman from Kansas. I was raised with the help of a white grandfather who survived a depression to serve in Patton's army during World War II, and a white grandmother who worked on a bomber assembly line at Fort Leavenworth while he was overseas. I've gone to some of the best schools in America, and I've lived in one of the world's poorest nations. I am married to a black American who carries within her the blood of slaves and slave owners, an inheritance we pass on to our two precious daughters. I have brothers, sisters, nieces, nephews, uncles, and cousins of every race and every hue scattered across 3 continents. And for as long as I live, I will never forget that in no other country on earth is my story even possible.
The primary campaign continued, week after week, contest after contest. Hillary Clinton was tenacious. She won her share of states, but Obama never lost his early lead in delegates. When the primaries finally ended in early June, Barack Obama had come out on top.
Tonight, I can stand here and say that I will be the Democratic nominee for the President of the United States of America.
He immediately set his sights on his GOP opponent, Arizona Senator John McCain.
There are many words to describe John McCain's attempt to pass off his embrace of George Bush's policies as bipartisan and new, but change is not one of them.
Within days, Hillary Clinton bowed to the inevitable and endorsed Barack Obama.
Today, as I suspend my campaign, I congratulate him on the victory he has won and the extraordinary race he has run. I endorse him and throw my full support behind him.
Competing against Hillary Clinton all those months had made Obama a stronger candidate, but he still had vulnerabilities, including his limited experience in foreign affairs. In July, he embarked on an overseas tour that included a trip to Iraq and a speech to an enormous crowd in Berlin.
I know my country has not perfected itself. At times, we've struggled to keep the promise of liberty and equality for all of our people. We've made our share of mistakes, and there are times when our actions around the world have not lived up to our best intentions. But I also know how much I love America. I know that for more than 2 centuries, we have strived at great cost and great sacrifice to form a more perfect union, to seek with other nations a more hopeful world.
The next big order of business, the selection of a running mate. Obama chose a man with deep foreign policy experience, a fellow senator, a Washington veteran, and a former rival.
Joe Biden won't just make a good vice president, he will make a great vice president.
The next stop was Denver. And good evening from the Democratic National Convention in Denver. The convention went according to plan. That had not always been the case at past Democratic conventions, but in 2008, the party was unified, disciplined, and optimistic.
We can meet these challenges with Barack Obama. Yes, we can, and finally, yes, we will.
No way, no how, no McCain.
Barack Obama is ready to lead America and to restore American leadership in the world.
I accept your nomination to run and serve with